What if I told you that Meghan Markle's entire business strategy isn't about selling products to customers, but to lawyers? Stick around because this trademark rabbit hole is about to blow your mind. Hey everyone! Today we're diving into what might be the most bizarre business move in celebrity entrepreneurship history. Meghan Markle just dropped another bombshell about her as ever trademark, and honestly, the whole thing is shadier than a royal family dinner conversation. So grab your tea, and I mean that literally, because tea plays a huge role in this story. Let's unpack this mess together. Picture this. Meghan sits down for an interview and casually drops this line: "I've been waiting for a moment to share a name that I had secured in 2022. And it's called as ever." Here's where it gets spicy. According to trademark expert HR Lady J, Meghan's story has more holes than Swiss cheese. She claims she secured this trademark in 2022, but her first filing didn't happen until late 2022. And then, get this, it just sat there, abandoned. Like Harry during another one of those awkward Oprah moments. She didn't touch that filing until September 2024. 2 whole years. And even then, she didn't file it under her own name. Instead, she used something called 2022 Trademarks LLC. Sound official, but it's basically a ghost company, a shell within a jam jar, if you will. Now here's where things get really interesting. This mysterious LLC shares the same address as a failed American Riviera orchard filing. Coincidence? I think not. But wait, it gets better. Meghan tried to trademark as ever for clothing, and guess what happened? Denied. Blocked by a Chinese brand. So what did her legal team do? They pulled a classic panic move, deleted the clothing category entirely just to squeeze through a partial approval. And here's the kicker, as of right now, she doesn't actually own the trademark. All she has is what's called a notice of allowance, basically the legal equivalent of maybe, if you play your cards right. She still needs to prove actual sales, submit a statement of use, and hope the US Patent Office doesn't laugh her out of the building. Now, let's talk about those weird product drops that had everyone scratching their heads. You know the ones, those random teas, jams, and whatever that sprinkle-dusted nonsense was. They appeared out of nowhere with zero explanation and then vanished faster than you could say royal protocol. Here's the thing, it wasn't about customers. It was about lawyering. The US Patent Office requires something called proof of use in commerce. Translation: you need to prove you're actually running a real business, not just sitting on a trademark application. So Meghan wasn't selling products to customers, she was selling legal checkmarks to the Patent Office. Look at the pattern. First drop included teas, spreads, and baking mixes. All conveniently listed in her trademark classes 29 and 30. Even honey made the cut, though the actual honey product didn't exist yet. Then radio silence. Meghan popped up in Fast Company, talking about studying customer behavior and promising not to restock until 2026. Total nonsense, right? But then suddenly, boom, honey drops. Just in time to check that honey box for her trademark filing. Next came the wine. Box ticked for class 33. Trademark class complete. But why were the quantities so tiny? Why did everything sell out instantly? Because white labeling isn't cheap, and these aren't bespoke creations. We're talking generic products from companies like Republic of Tea, Williams-Sonoma Suppliers, and random California wineries. She likely ordered the legal minimum, just enough to scream sold out while her storage unit overflows with unsold flour sprinkles. Think about it. If you were building a real brand, would you create products that nobody can actually buy? Would you disappear for months between drops? Would you make your customers feel like they're playing some weird lottery system? Of course not. But if you're just trying to satisfy legal requirements, it makes perfect sense.